Confessions. When Brett and Eddie reached Sue's guest house, they were hungry more than anything else. Sue and Johan were asleep already, so Eddie looked in the fridge to see if there's anything to eat. He finds 2 plates covered in cling film, with a post-it note on one. "In case you were hungry, Sue."
"This woman is an angel,"
Eddie says as he takes the plates out and starts removing the film. Brett pours each of them a glass of water as Eddie heats up the food in the microwave. After eating, Brett offers to clean the 2 plates and glasses quickly as Eddie goes to take a shower. By the time Brett gets to the bedroom, Eddie is sitting on the bed, drying his hair with a towel. He quickly grabs some clean clothes from his suitcase and goes to the bathroom. Amazingly, Eddie left some hot water for him. He feels bad now thinking back on how Eddie had to take a cold shower. He hopes the new apartment has enough hot water. He stands under the running water till the temperature starts to get colder, quickly washes his hair, and then gets out. He dries and puts on the tracksuit pants and t-shirt he took out of the suitcase. He wraps a towel around his head and brushes his teeth. He finds Eddie sitting on the bed, reading something in his phone. He takes a seat on the chair and starts drying his hair.
"I was thinking," Eddie says, "sometime tomorrow we should go and get some violins."
Brett likes the idea, as he hasn't practiced in a while, and he misses it. Also, no point to go for an audition if you have no violin to play with.
"You left your violin in Singapore?"
he asks.
"No. Long story. End result was my violin was kinda smashed to pieces. I don't really want to talk about it yet,"
Eddie says, without looking up from his phone. Brett makes his way over to the bed, sits down next to Eddie, and rests his back against a pillow he propped up against the wall.
"That's okay. But remember, you can tell me anything once you are ready."
Eddie tilts the phone towards Brett and says,
"This place is not too far from here. We can take a walk there tomorrow, and maybe call to see about auditions at the studio you saw."
Brett nods. He needs income fast. The rent put quite a dent in his bank account. He will be able to cover maybe 2 more months of rent after getting a decent violin, but then he will be officially broke. Brett shifts positions to plug his phone into the charger on the side table. Then he gets up to go comb his hair. If he leaves it like this, he will be a frightful sight in the morning. Eddie plugs in his phone on his side of the bed. He flattens his hair as much as he can with his hands. Without getting up, he scoots around to get the comforter out from underneath him so he can get in bed.
"It would have been easier to just get up and open the comforter,"
he thinks to himself. Brett gets in on his side of the bed. Still sitting up, he looks at his hands. He had calluses on his right hand, the one that held the screwdriver. His thumb had a blister as well. He massages his hand, especially the fingers, to relieve some of the aches.
"Let me see,"
Eddie says, as he turns towards Brett and takes his hand without waiting for a response.
"Ouch. A blister too. You poor thing. You must be careful with these hands. They are meant to play violin,"
he says. He gets up and goes to fetch body cream he saw in the bathroom. When he returns, he sits down facing Brett. He squirts some cream into his own hands and rubs it a bit to warm it up. Then he takes Brett's hand and slowly massages it, making sure to cover the calluses in as much cream as possible. Brett closes his eyes, slumps back into the pillow, and rests his head against the wall. This is so relaxing. He can feel all the tension leaving his body with each pressure point Eddie worked on. Brett's heart nearly jumped out of his chest when he suddenly felt soft lips against his. Eddie lets go of Brett's hand and puts one hand gently on Brett's cheek, leaning in for another kiss. This time, Brett kissed back. Brett put one hand on the back of Eddie's neck, pulling him in closer. Each kiss grew in intensity. Each kiss lasted a bit longer. Then, Brett pulled away suddenly.
"Guess we should get some sleep,"
he says as he lies down and pulled the cover over himself. Eddie is confused.
Dude, what the hell?
He asks. Brett doesn't respond.
Brett, talk to me,
he says as he puts one hand on Brett's shoulder. Brett sits up, not looking at Eddie.
Brett, look at me,
he says as he puts one finger under Brett's chin to tilt his head upwards. That's when he notices the tears gleaming in Brett's eyes. He quickly makes his way over to Brett's side and wraps his arms around him, leaning Brett's head on his shoulder.
I'm sorry, Brett. I shouldn't have done that. Please forgive me. I won't do it again. Please don't be sad.
No, it's not that, Brett says as he moves to face Eddie. He takes Eddie's hand in his. I don't really know what's wrong. I like you a lot, and I've wanted to kiss you like forever. I guess just with everything that happened in the last few days, my brain is overloaded. I don't know how to explain it. I'm afraid I won't be able to stop myself with you, and I don't want this to be another meaningless fling. I want to explore the relationship slowly, savor every moment. Eddie gives Brett a peck on the cheek.
I understand. And, we have a relationship now?
He asks teasingly. Brett blushes and tries to hide his face, but Eddie gently lifts his head and says,
I like that. It means you are mine. My Breddy.
Dude, you are so cheesy. Brett laughs, the tension all gone.
Let's get some sleep.
Eddie smiles as he lies down and holds Brett in his arms, with Brett's head resting on his chest. In no time, both are asleep.